Thank you for joining us. Before we get started on today's episode, just a quick reminder to please smash the like button in the bottom right corner and subscribe to Locked On Senators so you can be the first to know when new content arrives. The best way to help us grow is to comment on the video as well. So let us know if this is a player you want the Sens to draft or you think they should stay away from, and let us know why as well. This is one of 64 draft profiles that we're producing, so let's get into it. Coming in at number 50 on our Locked On Senators draft rankings, we are going back to the U.S. National Team Development Program with an average rank of 47.6. Lane Hutson. Lane Hutson. All 5'8" of them, Pilsy.
I was going to say, Ross, I don't think I've ever seen you this excited about a hockey player that has the dimensions of 5'8", 148 pounds. I mean, hey.
The NHL team that drafts him might have to bring up a youth jersey to put on him.
Yeah,
I say that with all due respect because I'm about to shock people with how many stars I have for him.
Oh boy, look out for that. But the thing is, Ross, he's living in an age where some of the best defensemen in the game are under 6 feet. You look at the best comparable is probably Jared Spurgeon at 5'9". Some of the other guys are a little closer, but Cale Makar.
Spurgeon's the lightest defenseman in the league at 165 right now. So put that in perspective. He's got 15 pounds to go.
Yeah, to
be the lightest.
That's a big deal when you're looking at guys that small. Like 15 pound goes a long way. Quinn Hughes, there's a lot of guys that have proven if you draft me high in the draft and aren't worried about my size, I will reward you for that. And I think there's two things that can happen here, Ross. Either teams notice the potential and snag him early, or teams are scared of the size and he falls. So it's going to be very interesting. We're doing all this lead up. Let's get into what kind of player he is and why we're so excited about him.
First, let me discuss his rankings real quick because this just shows it all. Yeah. Scott Wheeler has him 30th, being a first-round pick, first-round talent, 30th. Chris Peters has him 31st, so Wheeler isn't alone. Elite Prospects has him at 49. Craig Button at 56, and Bob McKenzie at 72. So the range goes from 30 to 72 with this player who averages 47.6. Pilsy, do we know any other left shot defensemen who wore number 48 at the U.S. program?
JBD?
Jake Sanderson.
Oh, Sanderson. Okay. Sorry, I did not know Sanderson's number from that long ago.
Come on, man.
Yeah,
he's committed. He's committed to Boston University, but not this upcoming season. His scholarship begins in 2023-24. This is the definition of a high-risk, high-reward pick, Pilsy.
Absolutely. Yeah, I would definitely agree with that. And if you're looking at the high-reward side of things, look no further than his stats. 60 games played, 10 goals, 53 assists, good for 63 points in 60 games. Like, it's... This kid is just, he buzzes around like a little water bug out there. Like, kind of reminds me of Tyler Ennis. Like, that style of just shifty, dodging checks, being evasive. Like,
spin move.
Yeah, spin moves. And his ability to control the puck with ease in the offensive zone, and he doesn't give up on it, is crazy. Like, I saw one highlight, Ross, where...
You see the 45-second one?
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm talking about. He controls the puck in the O-zone for a full shift. Dipsy doodling around guys. Like, there's one point where he tries to go inside and out on a guy, and obviously 5'8", 145 pounds. The opponent just plays the body, smart move, gets him off the puck. He spins around him and gets the puck again before anyone else touches it. Like, he's like, yeah, you might out-muscle me, but you're not going to outthink me. No. He's got a lot going on up inside his head. The hockey IQ is great. And at the end of that shift, he got into open space, send the puck on net, and created a good chance. Like, his coaching staff, they have so many.
I got some quotes right here.
Yeah, they got a lot of good things to say about him. Head coach Adam Nightingale, I'll do one of the quotes. I'm sure you got a bunch more. But he applauded his work ethic on defense. So for a small guy, for his head coach, first thing he says is, man, this guy's so good on defense. And his stick skills are great. He's able to steal the puck off guys. Like I said, he's not going to out-muscle anyone. Like, he's in a battle in the corner. He's not going to beat you by grinding it out and punishing you. He's going to wait for you to have kind of a loose handle on it and then stick lift, boom, steal, up the other way. Like that's where he's so effective, is with his stick work and being able to time it perfectly to get a strip on guys.
The assistant coach for the U.S. program with this quote. These are both from Scott Wheeler's article. Fantastic, calling him a unicorn.
Yeah.
He's a super talented kid and just sees the game differently. He's super valuable for us. He plays a lot of minutes, and I think he's really undervalued defensively.
Yep.
He actually defends really well for a little guy, and he's got to do – that's such a backhanded compliment. He does it differently because he's smaller, but he works at it, and he takes pride in it. Everyone sees the flash, the deception, the big shot, the puck distributing skills, but they don't always see him at the other end, and he plays super hard on the defensive end. I love that, knowing that he's been a smaller player his whole life, but he's been able to manage through that, and he compared himself to Patrick Kane. How many defensemen are comparing themselves to Patrick Kane? Pilsy, it took me 3 highlights to be like, yeah, I see it. Like, literally, he never takes the same route into the offensive zone. He's always shifting around. One really impressive move, and it just shows the explosiveness. Usually you'll see like the toe drag, right? The guy goes from his forehand, and as the momentum carries him there, you take that route. How many times does he take it to his backhand? The D kind of bites as though typically they do. And then all of a sudden, he goes back to his forehand and cuts around him. Like the deception that he throws into his routes are unmatched. And I tweeted out from my account, if this guy's 6'3", 200 pounds with every other skill he has, he's probably a top 10 pick in this draft.
Yeah, definitely.
Maybe top 5. Like, he's that talented.
Mind you, if he's 6'3", 200 pounds, he's probably not as shifty.
I've just said if he has every other ability that he has now. I get that it kind of goes away with that height, but dude, I'm expecting him to pull a Mighty Ducks move and skate between a defender's legs at one point and just keep going.
Yeah, him and Maverick Lamoureux, he just goes whoop right through his legs.
If they had a Freaky Friday situation where they just switch heights, this kid's first overall.
Yeah, no kidding. Oh my God. And it's so funny that he's referred to as a unicorn, because like that term is typically used in basketball for like, obviously
a big man who can shoot.
Exactly. Thing. It's not the same now, but when Kristaps Porzingis broke into the league, everyone's like, oh, this guy's a unicorn. Like he's able to do things that a small guy can do at his size. So flip that around for
Lane Hutson.
Lane Hutson, and you've got a unicorn in hockey standards. So I think it's going to be so interesting to see what happens with this guy on draft day.
Lane Hutson, or should we call him Valentino? The kid's born on February 14th, Valentine's Day, 2004. As we mentioned, he stands 5'8". How about this, Pilsy? 13 points in his last 10 games. How are you? Plus 18 in those games. He is just ridiculous with the puck. He's got 2 brothers that play as well, but this is what I really want to show you guys. Look at this, man. And again, we don't want to spend too much time.
Plus minus that 1 year. Oh my God.
Plus 59 in 60 games. That's this season right now. And then he goes to World under 18s, 8 points in 6 games, plus 12 in 6 games, Pilsy. This guy, and that just shows you he's not an offenseman where he can't work in the D zone. Pilsy, like when he's playing under 15, this guy 38 points in 19 games, just rovering around out there on the back end. Everywhere he goes, he's at or near a point per game. This kid is a unicorn. You can't put it any better than that.
Yeah, and the fact that he takes so much pride defensively, like I think that's going to take him a long way, because like I don't want to do the Eric Branson comparison, but it is similar, right? Even though Brandy has a couple inches on him and a little bit more weight, obviously he's 4 years older, so that makes sense. But the thing with Brandy is when we saw him with the puck in Belleville, he was an absolute magician. But then turn it around and defensively, he just wasn't quite there yet. And now DJ Smith is really grinding on him to play better defensively, to box out better in front of the net and all that kind of stuff. And then when he's so focused defensively, now all the offense is dried up, right? Yeah. Like you're not able to marry both the offensive and defensive side of it, where with Lane Hutson, you are able to do that. And I'm sure he's going to grow a little bit more. Like I wouldn't be surprised if he gets to Eric Brandstrom's dimensions, a couple extra inches, a couple extra LBs as he grows up. So I think it's going to be great to see him. If we're looking at Sens stars, Ross, I give him 3 stars here, because I just think the Senators, they went all in on a small defenseman in Eric Brandstrom, and it burned them a little bit. And I think they're going to be once bitten, twice shy. Kind of, did I get that one right? I feel like I might have screwed that one up. Okay,
once
good.
bitten, twice shy.
Good. I think that's going to be the effect they're going to have, and I don't think they touch him in this draft.
I could see that, but I also don't think Eric Branstrom's going to be a part of the Senators by the time this guy makes the NHL. So I'm giving him 4.5 stars because the dynamic ability is so ridiculous. And the Senators, as you mentioned, need to replenish the back end. I don't even know if we mentioned he's a left shot guy, but he also brings so many other elements to his game that I'd be so intrigued with how he would fit in going forward. Like imagine him with a right, put Clevin on the right side and just be like, yo, go to work. I got the D zone. Just go do your thing. So I've got him at 4.5 stars.